This is first time in Europe, so it's been a great experience. I think like I've been having fun. So in the week I've been here,
Culture shock?
yeah, I guess it's not like it's like shocking, like I can't adjust to it, but there's a lot of things that are different. It's cool. I like it though. It's very I don't know, like very laid back. It's very
Relaxed?
yeah, it's very relaxed here. So it's a lot different than America. I would say it's definitely a lot different than America.
More
Like,
hectic over there?
yeah, and just I don't know, the way things are, like everything, like you don't have to like really worry about much here. I feel like there's not a lot going on. Coming from a bigger city like Seattle, there's always, in terms of, I don't know, you gotta watch out for things sometimes, right? Like there's crime and all that stuff, and there's nothing, none of that here, none of that I've experienced or seen, right? Like everybody's just kind of like everybody's like nice, like nobody's up to no good kind of thing. At least as far as I've experienced. So it's very I don't have to walk around with a guard up and like worry about where I'm at kind of thing. At least that's been my experience thus far.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
It's like you can leave your stuff and people work.
Right, which is wild. Like you leave like your doors unlocked, like windows open and stuff, and nothing's gonna happen. So, which is is different. That's definitely different. If I left my window open in Seattle, I mean, I'm coming back and things are gone. Yeah. So, yeah, it's cool though. It's nice. Like I like how everybody's just kind of like very like community like oriented. Everybody just kind of takes care of each other, takes care of their own kind of thing.
And I also think that especially being in Kuopio, that is very authentic Finland in my opinion, because you get the nature and all what it's all about. Is that people want to please you in this way, that they like to show you around because they want you to see the real thing.
Right.
So it's also it's a very safe and comfortable.
Comfortable is the word. It's very comfortable.
Yes, it's very
comfortable. And another big thing that I've noticed too, just like being around in the city, there's like no homeless people like just out in the streets like in America, in the bigger cities. Like that's huge. There's tents and stuff everywhere, right? Like homeless people, drugs are everywhere, kind of thing. Here, but for the most part, I think everything here is America could definitely take some lesson, take some notes, So which is it's nice. I like here. I'm glad. Out of all the places I could have gone for my first time in Europe, this was a place I feel like it was like a good soft introduction.
Yes.
And it wasn't just like I was hitting a wall and like, wow, things are so much different, So now I'm like able to take a step like, okay, I can go to somewhere like, I don't know, what would be more, probably Germany. I feel like Germany would be a little more different than here too. So like, just kind of like inching my way through Europe. So yeah.
The tempo of living is much more hectic in Helsinki and in bigger cities. So it's more probably common for people who come from America. And so Kuopio is kind of like relax and enjoy your time.
Yeah, which I like. That's what I like, But I also like, I'm a city boy, So I would definitely like to see Helsinki and see what that's talking about. But I'm glad that this was the place that I came to first.
Nice.
Yeah, lucky me.
How did you find even Kuopio?
How did I find Kuopio? I did not even know what. I've never heard of this place in my life. The only place I ever heard of was Helsinki in Finland. Actually, the Pekka, we had connected on Instagram, on social media, and this was this might have been like a month back. I think more than. I think this was like halfway through your guys' season. You guys had some things happen with, like personnel and stuff. So he had reached out to me, but things had changed. And then, a little more time went on. Personnel changed again. We reconnected, and now I'm here. So it was over social media. That's how is how I had ever heard of the Steelers, because I had no clue. I didn't even know that people played football in Finland. So
did you know where Finland is?
yeah, I knew where Finland was. I took Scandinavian studies in a Scandinavian studies class in college, and I know I've heard now, like from people out here, that Finland is not a part. Like they don't consider Finland a part of Scandinavia, but that's how it was taught to me. So that's when I had learned about Finland a little bit, just like a high level kind of thing, just kind of like what it's like, where it is, what they, industries, economy, economic, whatever's going on here. But other than that, no, I didn't know anybody from Finland. I didn't know anybody that's been there or anything like that.
So what did you study in college?
I studied evolutionary biology in college.
And you're here playing football.
I am, indeed.
How did that happen?
I don't know. I wanted to. There was a point in my life where I wanted to go to med school. That's what I wanted to do. When I first entered college, I was studying biomedical science. It was in pre-med at the first university I was at. Actually, where I went to school in Brady for 2 years. So that's kind of why I was in that. Ended up majoring in that is because that's what I wanted to do. Don't anymore. I think things have kind of shifted for me, like my goals and stuff. But that was the premise of it.
So what you gonna become when you grow up?
When I grow up,
other than professional football.
When I grow up, when football ends one day, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm like I'm trying to maneuver that landscape, just kind of figure out, what am I really like interested in long term kind of thing. I don't know. I ask myself that a lot actually, because if I would have, if you would have asked me that same question even, like 5 years ago, even a year ago, I'm sure I would have had a completely different answer about like where I saw myself. I didn't see myself here. I feel like things changed so much for me that I don't know. So I don't really know what I want to do when I grow up. I guess I just like take it as it comes. I guess I don't know.
Opportunities.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So you're not fixed on becoming selling flowers.
No,
or
I'm not. I'm not
doing street art.
Yeah, no, nothing. I don't have anything like that I'm like, man, I need to do this. Like that's my calling kind of thing. Yeah. So
what's your history with sports in general and football?
History with sports. Played sports since I was a kid. Basketball was always my favorite sport. Still is to this day. Played high school. I football, basketball, and track. Track and field. College. Played football in college, obviously. I just felt like I had more options choosing to go and play football, further along my career with that. And it's taken me to wonderful places. It got me an education, and I've seen, most of the United States, a lot of cities. I've met a lot of great people. I have a lot of great relationships with a lot of people. So football has definitely, more than football, it has brought people and connections and networking, all of that to me. So I'm thankful. I'm thankful for it. Like I would have never probably ever been to Finland if it wasn't for football, right? So it's just stuff like that. Like, and I don't know what's to come. I could be, anything could happen with football. I could be somewhere else that I would have never ever have been without it. So very fortunate. As things happened, I always felt, I don't know, like maybe I was unlucky sometimes, but everything happens for a reason. Just like, I don't say like missed opportunities. I feel like opportunities that were given to others that weren't given to me. I felt like I was being slighted sometimes, but I think big picture, it was, for a reason, right? And the story's still playing out, kind of thing. So, yeah, I don't know. Kind of a long-winded answer, I guess.
So everybody were very excited that the information came to us that you're coming. Mm-hmm. So my question is like, who are you and where are you coming from? Are you a little bit like famous?
Or? Am I famous? I'm famous in my own right, you know. I'm famous to my own people, you know. Who am I? I'm just a guy, man. Like I'm just a dude. I swear, you know. Like I'm excited. I was excited to come here, and the reception that I got from everybody was like, man, like, all right, people are excited to have me out here. So that was cool. That's been another thing that's made this transition really, really easy too. Everybody's been so like welcoming and so like want to give me a helping hand kind of thing, and that's I'm lucky for that. I don't know if that's just like, you know, part of your guys' culture or just like, you know, like just excited to have me on the team kind of thing, but or maybe like a mix of both. But it's been very nice. So yeah, I'm just a guy. I'm a Kuopio Steeler. That's what I am. That's who I am. So I'm just.
So let's talk about the position you play this season.
Let's do it.
What is it and what are your main tasks?
What am I playing? I catch the ball. That's what I do. I play receiver, like a slot. So over in America, I was playing tight end, more of like a tight end slot, like a utility kind of back, like a bigger slot receiver. Inline, not so much inline, but like an attached tight end kind of stand up. Here I'm playing more of a receiver role, which is what I was playing. What I've been playing most of the time I've been playing football. So I catch the ball, you know, I just try to score some points, run away from defenders, block when I have to. I block for the running backs and stuff. But you know, my main job is to give a nice, easy target for our quarterback and bro.
Okay. That's nicely said. All right, where can we find you on the field?
Where can you find me? You can, I'm going to assume we're going to be in the yellow here, right? You can find me right on either edge most of the time.
All right.
Boom, boom.
Yeah, and your player's number was?
49. Number 49.
So we have to watch out for that.
Go ahead.
Do you have any personal sacrifices regarding the sports?
Do I have personal sacrifices? Oh man, I feel like I've sacrificed so much. But it's all so worth it. I've definitely sacrificed a lot of time. A lot of time I could have been doing others. I mean, it's so trivial to me now, like time you can spend with your friends or trips you can go on, like trips, time with friends, maybe some time with family too. But everybody's always been so supportive. So it's not like they're holding it against me or people resenting it. No, they've been very like understanding. So I would say only time I've sacrificed is just time with other people, because I don't feel like I'm sacrificing anything of self, because this is what I want to do. This is what I'm invested in it. You know, I put it all into this. So I have no regrets so far. I hope, 10 years, 20 years down the line, I don't look back like, man, wish I could have gave more, or I wish I didn't do that, or I wish I didn't miss out on that. Like right now, I feel like all the sacrifices I've made are very warranted. And yeah, I don't regret any of it.
All right. Sounds good. What is your motivation to go on the field and do your thing?
Motivation. Man, I want to get back in the NFL one day, man. So I think that's like the main motivation. So I gotta make plays, like make big time plays that stand out, and people are like, wow. And I guess a byproduct of that would be just like helping the team win too. Because if I'm making plays and I'm doing what I can, I'm gonna be helping the team. And if I'm helping the team, we're scoring points and we win, everybody wins. And people love winners. So I think that's my main motivation right now, is just to get what I deserve, and I know I deserve the very best, the most. So,
Okay. So that motivates you.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it drives me forward. Motivation comes and goes, right? Sometimes I'm like, man, I don't want to practice today, or I'm feeling tired. But it's like it's more of my eyes are to the horizon kind of thing. I know what is out there, and I know that regardless if I feel motivated or not, this is what I have to do to get there.
What is the best thing in football?
Best thing in football? Very cliche. You hear it all the time, but it's not what you do on the field. It's like off the field. It's the brothers you make. You know, the memories and stuff like the traveling, the hanging out on off days. Like it's the locker room. Like it's all of that stuff. It's all those little things because football's going to end for all of us someday. But what doesn't end is the friendships you make and the memories you make. And sometimes on the field too, right? Like there's big games and big moments and stuff that you remember, but all of that other stuff off of the field, away from the X's and O's, that stuff definitely sticks with you way longer, and I think it makes more of an impact and shapes who you are more. So that for me is what is what's important. I think that's what I
networking in different circumstances and maybe even deeper level.
Yeah, definitely. Just making deep connections with people, like friendships. Like I got guys that I'm going to be friends with for life because of football, and that's another thing that football has brought me. Right, traveling and like I said, like friends, like relationships that I'll have forever. So valuable people in my life.
Yeah, that sounds nice. So, what's your favorite food?
Favorite food. What's my favorite food?
Twinkies.
Twinkies? I don't know. I haven't eaten a Twinkie in like 20 years. I think my favorite food, it's when I tell people and they ask and I tell them, they think it's like weird potatoes. I like potatoes. You can do so much with them.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's why I like potatoes. It's so versatile.
Yeah, my weakness is French fries.
French fries, I do like fries, like good, like nice, good fries. That's good. So much you can do. I'm telling you, potatoes. There's so much you can do.
Chips. Oh.
Chips.
Mashed potatoes.
Mashed potato. Mashed potato is probably my favorite form of potato. That's my favorite form for sure.
Yeah, mine too. Favorite drink?
Favorite drink. I just drink water all the time.
So much what you can do with the water.
I mean, everything is water based, so you got to do everything with water. I would say I don't know if I have like a
milkshake.
I don't really like milkshakes. I don't really like sweets like that too much. Yeah, so like milkshakes and like smoothies are alright. Smoothies are okay. I don't like soda. I don't drink soda. Oh, you know what? Actually, there's this it's like aloe vera juice or it's like aloe juice. But it's like sweet. It's good. I don't know. Okay. I think that's the only thing that comes to mind. I guess I don't know. I don't really drink a lot of things, just a lot of water.
Favorite superhero?
Favorite superhero. Who's my favorite superhero? Who I really like? I like Superman. I really like Superman.
Why?
Just I think that was actually my favorite. I mean, my first like superhero book that I read. It was a novel. It's called Last Days on Krypton. And I read that when I was a kid. But after reading that book, I was like, man, I think Superman is like really cool. It was like the origins of Superman, basically. Cool. So this just kind of stuck with me since. Yeah, I like Spawn too. He's not a superhero, but he's I like him as well. He's kind of an anti-hero guy.
All right. Do you have any rituals on a game day? Game rituals. Something you have to do.
Something I have to do. No, I don't think I have actually any rituals, which is cool. So I'm not like ever thrown off if I don't do something because I don't have anything that I do. If I sleep good the night before, like I'm straight. Like that's all. So I guess my ritual would be just getting a good night's sleep, which everybody should do. But yeah, I don't have any like
Do you prefer that the games will be early in the morning or late in the evening?
I like the evening games. I like the games. Well, like the 4 o'clock, like the late afternoon games. So like when the game is over, like you have the whole rest of the night kind of thing, right? Like just celebrate the big win, you know. I that's what I prefer. Those late afternoon games.
Okay. What kind of music are you listening?
What kind of music do I listen to? I listen to basically just rap, hip hop. It's basically it. And that's what I'll be listening to, you know, on game day. You know,
what's your favorite performer?
Favorite rapper right now? I'll probably say Future.
Okay.
You know what Future is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, Future or Gunna. You know what Gunna is? Yeah. I don't know what y'all know out here. You know, those are like the big ones. Those are big ones in America. So yeah, I'd say probably those two.
Okay. All right. When was the last time you were in a concert?
Last time I've only been to one concert in my life.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not a huge concert goer, but this concert, this was in 2016. 2015. This was in 2015. This was Lil Uzi Playboy Cardi concert. This was in Denver, Colorado. Tickets was $25. There was probably 300, 400 people in the venue. It was small little venue. This was right after Uzi released Lil Uzi vs. the World. He's actually probably my favorite. Him, Future, and Gunna are probably my favorite ones. And that was the only concert I've ever been to. Him and Playboy Cardi. And now they're tens of thousands of people, like you're paying hundreds for tickets and stuff. So I was in there before. Yeah. Oh yeah. I still have the ticket. On my phone just because it's like, I don't know, it's like a memento, you know, like that'll never happen again. Like I'll never get a $20 ticket to a Uzi show or a Playboy Cardi show ever again. So
who's your favorite player?
My favorite player? Favorite football player? It's my dad. But
okay.
All right, besides my dad, that's the easy answer. Is my dad.
Why your dad?
Why my dad?
Yes.
It's my dad. It's my dad. And that should have been my answer for my favorite superhero too.
Okay.
It's my dad.
Scratch that. Like.
Yeah. No, yeah, my dad. I mean, I grew up watching my dad play. Right. The first memory I have of him playing football was I was at he was playing for the Chicago Bears. This is the first memory I have. And I was watching him play, and I was trying to walk down onto the field from the stands. It's very like a fractured memory, but it's like the first memory I have. It was in Soldier Field. I remember that. But I would say favorite football player. Might be Randy Moss or Adrian Peterson. One of those two. I'm a big Vikings fan as well, so they were both Vikings.
So, did your dad participate in your trainings in the football?
Yeah, he played a huge part, man. He's a big reason why I am here today, for sure. Okay. Him and my mom definitely played big roles. My mom more of a supportive role, but my dad, he was very active in it. He was a coach in high school on my high school team. He didn't coach receivers, but he was a coach there, so he was coaching me too. Okay. And then just, you know, as far as like training off the field, like he's the one that introduced me and kind of, you know, spurred my love for that as well. Yeah, so he's definitely had a big hand in development for me.
So isn't it weird, kind of, that you're in school and your dad is coaching? And
there was definitely some, like, for sure. I mean, for me, because he also, like, growing up, he coached like basketball teams I was on and stuff. So there was always like some friction just because he was so hard. He was hard on me. Like he was really hard on me, but just because he wanted me to be
the
best I could be, right? And so that for me as a kid, I'm like, man, why is this dude always hounding me, right? Like even in high school, there was times like, yeah, like I felt like I knew everything. Kind of everybody in high school,
yes.
they know everything, right? So I just feel like, man, this dude, this old man getting on me for what? But it's just like looking back, like, you know, obviously my best interest was in his mind, and I'm very thankful for that. Yeah, so There was some friction for sure on my end, right? Like you know, but it was all love at the end of the day.
Yeah. Now it's all good.
It's all good. It's definitely all good.
He's cheering at you.
Yeah, he's cheering all the way from America. You know, he's watching the games. He's been watching closely. I talk to him, and you know, we talk a couple times a week, and just let him know how things are going. He just wants to know. I know he would be here if he could.
Okay.
He would be here if he could. I know my mom would be here if she could as well. So watching the games and stuff. So
they're always welcome.
Yeah, if they could ever find the time, right?
So your dad was very hard on you in a good way.
A great way.
So what kind of routine in training has it left you, or how many times in a week you work out?
What's my thing? Well, I would say it's changed. It's definitely like changed over the years. Like I would say what he did, more than just like the routine and like the frequency and all that. What he did is he instilled a discipline and a passion for it. So with that discipline is how with the passion, I have, furthered on my research, like my own experimentation on myself and research and all this stuff, like reading and watching, like doing all this, just like learning about different things that I can do for myself to help, supplement not only my performance, but my health in general. Right. And then just being disciplined, like I set a plan, right? Like I for instance, like I have an in-season plan that I've made, like synthesized from different programs that I've been a part of over the years, and I do my own thing now. I have the discipline to do it even when I am tired, or I'm not feeling like doing it, or I feel a little hurt, a little bumped and bruised, right? Like I'm still gonna I have to do this, right? So what he did is lifelong. It's more than the reps and the sets and how long I'm in there. He gave me he taught me the discipline and the passion for it. So, and that's what I would like to pass on to, other people that I come across, and I feel like I do. I think that's the best thing I can do is inspire people to have that same discipline and motivation that he helped me find.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah.
I'm not going to torture you anymore.
Oh no, it's good. Good questions. I don't really like people don't just like ask me things. People want to talk football all the time, man. Everywhere I go is talk football. But I mean, this is good too. Like asking questions beyond the field,
Yes.
kind of thing. So it's good. It's good for me to answer, and as I answer, I reflect on stuff like that, like everything I've said. Like I haven't thought about these things. Like I don't just think about that. Like, but as I've said it, I've reflected. Like especially the stuff with my dad and
Yes.
stuff. I don't.
That's a good promotion, and in the end you're all human.
Mm-hmm.
You do a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that just coming on Saturdays and making the game for 2-3 hours and that's it. It's everything that goes behind it.
Mm-hmm.
And who you are and what you have given up or what your goals are to achieve in the future.
Yeah.
So it has to be really honest, like who you are. And I think this is what our followers like.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the football game is just one day of the week,
yes.
and that's just that's just 3-4 hours of one day of the week, man. We're like, what's the other 6? Yeah. What's the other 24 hours and all those other 6 days, So, and even all the years before football and all the years they're going to be after football.
Yeah, I would have never thought that you would want to go to medical school.
Yeah, I think that surprises a lot of people. It surprised a lot of people that when I studied in college, like the evolutionary biology and wanting to go to med school and doing all that, like I think that surprises people. I don't think people think I'm like dumb or anything. They're just like, oh, like okay, more of an aptitude than I probably thought you had.
So what's your life motto?
Life motto, a big one for me.
Ask my dad.
Ask my dad. Yeah, a big one for me is be where your feet are. That's a big one for me lately these days, probably the past couple of years. Be where your feet are. Just be here now. Or be here now mindset. I'm here in this beautiful country across the world. I'm gonna be here. Of course, I have dreams to go further, go far away from here, but this is where I am right now, and I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna go outside, enjoy the sunshine, walk around the city, and that's it.
You're happy about finished food? You find something to eat?
Yeah, The meat pies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to go get some after this. Actually, they're good, man. That's probably the best thing I ate out here for sure, and especially the ones with the raspberry filling too. I like the ground beef ones, but the ones.
So it's unpaid commercial for Hanna.
Yeah, sponsor me. It's good. I'm your biggest fan right now, for sure. No, those are probably my favorite thing that I've ate out here. Hands down. I think about it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as you don't get the potatoes, you have to compensate it with something. So
Yeah, exactly. and that does the trick. That does the job just fine.
All right. You're going to get your pies?
I am. I sure am. I did 4 of them. As I always do.
4?
Mm-hmm.
Why 4?
2 of the meat ones, and then 2 of the raspberry ones. Yeah.
Have you tried the apple one?
Yeah, I tried the apple one. The apple one's cool.
Raspberry's better.
I like the raspberry one. The raspberry, like, something about the raspberry jam out here. It's like super good. It's like really sweet.